with up to 35,000 of them dying of typhus. In the first few months in 1945, shortly before and after the liberation, the camp was liberated on April 15, 1945. We Canadians arrived there on the 16th. This was by the British 11th Armoured Division. Soldiers discovered approximately 60,000 prisoners inside, most of them half-starved and seriously ill, and another 13,000 corpses lying around the camp unburied. My bacon and eggs have arrived. So there were 60,000 prisoners, 13,000 corpses, and the horrors of the camp documented in film and pictures made the name Belsen emblematic of Nazi crimes in general for public opinion in many countries in the immediate post-1945 period. Today there is a memorial with an exhibition hall at the site. I've not been back. I had fully intended at one time to visit this camp again, but the huts that were used to house the prisoners had all been burned so that the spread of typhus would be controlled. We gathered up our 5 Canadian soldiers and left. That was the beginning of my nightmare. At first, it did not seem to affect me very much. However, about 3 months later, my mind, unable to cope with the memory of that horrible sight, began to affect me. For days after, I walked around as if in a dream. Luckily, I had good staff who were able to run the office without my direction. And for a long time afterward, I moved around as a robot. Not until I was returned to Canada and with my family again, and good food and rest, I slowly began to recover. I think I suffered from what is now considered post-traumatic syndrome, whatever it was.
PTSD.
We didn't know it at that time. So, but never, even to this present day, can I forget that time, nor have I been able to reconcile my then Roman Catholic upbringing with that all-loving God. I even became an Anglican priest, hoping to find answers from the inside, but it was not to be. It was worse than being on the outside. I stayed in Europe with the Army of Occupation for 1 year. And during that time, I saw firsthand what people will do to survive. And as strange as it may seem, I could understand what they did and why. I could forgive them. I cannot express in words what went on at that time. If you can imagine hundreds of thousands of people moving across the face of Europe. There was a radio station, a railroad station I went to, and on the walls on the outside were posted sheets of newspaper on which people had written the date, their name, where they were going. They all wanted to go home. They all wanted to go somewhere. They all wanted to communicate with someone they knew or loved at one time. It was heartbreaking just to stand there and read these names, which meant nothing to me, except that they were done by human beings. Survival manifests itself in many different ways. Each day I see what people do and what people say, and much of it reflects the need to survive in this uncertain world. Just watch 2 very young kids playing with toys, and how one grabs a toy from the other. To me, this is an act of survival. The kids don't know that. Just watching them, we don't know that. But in days gone by, ages ago, people grabbed something from someone else in order that they may survive. And generally, it was something to eat. We are not born totally without inheriting the most basic survival instincts from our ancient ancestors. Just watch a prey of lions eating an animal they have killed. In no time, hyenas and vultures will gather around, harassing the lions who fight back to preserve their kill. Just watch two dogs, one with a bone and the other one wanting to survive at work. Just watch and listen. Even the slightest thing, like taking a pencil from work to home, is an act of survival. Does that seem strange to you? It shouldn't. If you observe what's going on, some things will be of no consequence to you, but to me they mean something. All you have to do is watch, think. To know fear is to understand the survival instinct. Now I come to the second part, sex, or procreation, as we politely put it. Sex, as survival is basic, so is sex. Without sex, the human race, and indeed most living creatures, would not exist. So get used to it. There's no sense in covering it up. Now that doesn't mean we should uncover everything. It is still too cold out there. Sibylla and I have some very interesting discussions, one of them being why are men, or should I say the male of the species, the aggressors when it comes to sexual matters. Being a man, at least the last time I looked, I think I'm in a position to defend most men from activities. Some females, I had a sister, unfortunately passed away when she was 5 and I was 7. And it never occurred to me that she was different than I was in certain ways. As I grew older and my mother would say to be sure and wash my peenie carefully, which I was careful to do, and found it a pleasurable thing. I reminded of a YouTube video I saw of a young lad of about 2 or 3 standing in front of a slowly revolving fan with his peenie being hit by the blade as it went by. Wop, 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 wop. By the smile on his face, he was enjoying it. No way would I stick my peenie into a fan and chance a decapitation of my second brain. No doubt you have heard that some men think only with their second brain, especially when engaged in that act. It has been said that there is a vital connection between the brain attached to the neck and that other brain attached to it. Well, let's just forget that. You wonder why a man attaches so much attention to his penis. May I give you a possible answer? Very early on, he learns that while peeing, to hang on and aim, or he ends up with wet pants. So he touches it. He is in the shower and performs the ritual of washing it. Again, he touches it. Not only that, he finds it pleasurable. So pleasurable, in fact, that one day the inevitable happens and life is never the same after that. Those cursed hormones have come into play. Is there any hope of stopping it? No. The book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, chapter 12, speaks of the ills of growing old, with one sentence saying that among failing as eyesight, failing teeth, etc., that desire faileth. The story is told of an older man on his deathbed, looking at his son and saying, I must tell thee, son, desire faileth not. I can vouch for that. This, sometime in my teen years, I began to notice girls. Imagine that. I began to take more care of how I looked, how I dressed, how I spoke, how I acted, and so on. And And I noticed girls are doing the same thing. What goes on here? Sex goes on. And without sex, we would not be here. Today I look at people and see the inevitable signs of crimping and preening going on at all ages. Indeed, desire faileth not. I am indeed very grateful for that. We should on no account be surprised. It is the second greatest need in our lives. Now, I have a question for you in our discussion period. Why do we have this feeling? Where does it come from? How long has this feeling existed in mankind? As far as the single-celled animal in the world, and it suddenly divides, where does this feeling of the pleasure of sex come from? Think about it. Now selfies. I call it selfies. It's really actual self-actualization. After all man's needs are satisfied, there is a need for self-actualization. You may or may not have heard of Abraham Maslow, which I explained before. After much study and thinking, he established a hierarchy of needs, which consists of 5 categories arranged in the form of a pyramid, some of which I have ignored or incorporated into one of my 2 essential needs. This last need was self-actualization. Now, I'm going to read you a description or an interpretation of self-actualization. You may want to add to this. The realization or fulfillment of one's talents and possibilities, especially considered as a drive or a need present in everyone. Based on that interpretation, would you consider Donald Trump's desire to become President of the United States an act of self-actualization? Can you think of